Hi there, Ron here of Variable Play, and welcome to another Open Game Night
Hey, hey!
2021.
Woohoo!
Happy
Happy New
New Year!
Year!
Yeah, we start the year off right.
Happy New Year.
Do you guys have those games?
New Year
They have
to
to,
you.
make a long.
New
They give
Year
you
to
20
you.
pesos if
What?
you win.
Which one?
You,
20
you,
pesos
you
off?
do the Happy New Year and for the
Happy New
longest time. Happy New Year.
Year!
Happy birthday.
Ow! It hurts. Ouch. It hurts. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first episode for 2021. And like Javi said, we're going to be saying 2020 for 9 more years.
Yeah, you thought 2020 was over. Prepare for 2021, 2022. It's like the movie franchise that refuses to die.
No.
All right. So we hope you had fun and good holiday
We
quality
hope
time with
that you
your
guys
family.
are, healthy and safe.
Yes, of course.
And, it was a very um, chaotic year.
To say the least.
A lot like it
A
really
lot.
started out like relentless from the
Non-stop.
Taal volcano to
Oh yeah.
just the outbreak and the a bit of the earthquake issues to
Typhoons.
and the typhoons.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was a lot.
But there are still some things that did turn out fine or turn out well. In fact, there's quite a few things that we are very thankful for that we got to do, especially here at Variable Play. And those are the stuff that we would like to talk about and sort of reminisce with you guys. It has been a year of running episodes. I think we're a little bit more consistent this year than the
Yes.
previous years.
At least
Apparently,
once a week.
technology helps out.
Ah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe I wasn't in all of these episodes because it's
That's
very
true.
inconsistent for me.
I
Well,
think
you
I
were.
was out one episode because my internet just gave way.
Yeah, I remember that one where your phone was on the other room, and then it fell down, and you had to stand up and go to the other room
Yeah,
and pick it up again.
yeah,
Adventures in live recording. Wait, no, that's not recording. In live shows.
yeah, and live streaming. But
Live
I,
stream.
I I was looking at our older episodes, like a few years back, and we basically use game night as our venue to be able to create an episode. So when we meet
Sure.
on game night, we're gonna go, okay, let's make an episode.
15
And
minutes.
15, 30 minutes. Uh, and for a while, we were able to pull it off. It was funny because people weren't complaining until the guards started like, "Why are you guys doing this?" And
Why
si
are you
Kuya,
shooting?
Kuya, isa na lang eh. Magpapabay na ako.
No, we had to cut. Had to do it.
Yeah, yeah. But then we also had like episodes where it was on conventions. We had a lot of conventions before that,
Oh gosh, I
but
miss
those are
conventions.
all,
Yeah.
you
Conventions.
know, yes, yes. We were supposed to have Bacon 2020 last year, but that
Okay.
was of
Ah,
course canceled
bacon.
because of safety reasons,
Let's
of
all take
course.
a moment to just
Ah, bacon.
2020 had no bacon.
Then he had no bacon. He had no bacon,
If there's any
but
reason to hate the year, I think that would be it.
Hey, we're supposed to relive happy moments. Stop doing this.
okay.
Alright,
So
okay,
Imagine
bacon.
all the ideas we actually thought of this year for the next year if we're going through the bacon,
right,
right?
right. So
That's a whole bunch of ideas there.
but my point here is basically, despite of all that, there were still really cool things that we got to do this
Oh yeah.
past 2020.
Sure.
So
Of
meanwhile, while
course.
Denmark is, are you done with spamming
Not
the
yet.
interwebs? Okay,
If there's
all right.
any, if
I will
there's
still talk.
anyone that can put a positive spin on things, it would be us.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sure.
Spin, yeah.
We accept the challenge.
No, but
Positive, I
why?
don't know. Spin, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
okay.
at least the world figured out how much it values toilet paper.
Not every country, though.
Vid makes you
There are
go to the
still a lot of
bathroom.
Asian countries doing that.
Man, that is sad. If anyway, for everyone who's watching, you can type in what was memorable for you in 2020. The positive, good, happy, joy.
Yeah, there's a
ones.
lot of positives. Like
Good,
we'll
happy
probably
birthday.
never have to listen to another cover of Imagine ever again
Why? Oh.
because they thoroughly wrecked it.
No,
Oh yeah, I know
listen.
that one.
I listened to well, not listen. I watched this guy who he became popular at TikTok because he would um find sort of the musical chords for somebody who's talking, and he'll play a background music alongside the guy and like put them back into tune, like shift his chords to where the guy or person is speaking. So he fixed that Imagine song. If
Oh,
you
really?
haven't watched it, he figured out like
All
the
right,
chord progression.
I'm looking for that right after this episode.
Yeah, so he quote unquote fixed it by like shifting, and it's funny because he's like,
you want to
he's
hear
like,
Imagine
where
sang
are
in
you going?
every key?
Yeah, so he's like, doing all of these chord shifts to run after everybody's
Notes.
decision on what scale they're working with.
All right. So there's a lot of things that can be reminisced about that is happy and fun, and the internet provided us with those things during 2020 despite the situation. And for everyone who's watching, if you can remember our episodes, if there's something that was memorable to you, or that we made you laugh really really hard, make it
Or
go crazy,
at least we
or at
were
least
able to fill up your evening or morning
evenings
for
for
some
some.
of the
Pleasureful
audience.
nights.
We'd like to hear from you. You
Yes,
can type
pleasure.
it down here. So, before we go to that, of course, we have a few moments that we talk about games that we've been playing. I know you guys have been playing games, especially this holidays. Like there was Christmas, New Year, family. What have you been playing?
I can start. I have been playing Fisherman.
What? Is that the one where? Huh?
Could you repeat that?
Where's our sound? Where's our soundboard?
Yeah,
Let me do that again. Let
With
me do that again.
Fisherman? Or you played Fisherman?
So, Fisherman is
Oh, okay.
like this.
I thought you dressed up with your lure and your hat.
It's kind of like
Oh,
it's
man.
super loud, man. You gotta turn it
really?
down.
Is it that
Yes.
loud?
Loud, man.
Oh,
So-
wow.
So it's one of those solitaire games, but you're basically fighting these sea monsters, fishes, yeah, and then also fishing, because the more fish you get,
More
the
chances of
better
winning.
the better you get to upgrade your deck, and you can add
Oh, I thought you were figuring out.
Oh, it's a deck
new
builder.
weapons. So it's like a solitaire deck building
You
game.
could have started with that one.
Yeah,
I know. That's why I wanted to start with Fisherman because it's so exciting, right?
You could have started
I
with, guys,
upgrade
it's a
my
deck
rod."
builder. You could have been like,
Lure
oh,
and
okay.
my rod and my bait. I go fishing.
How
Dude,
about with your
yeah.
family? Have you been playing? Have you been playing board games with your family?
Yeah, well, over the holidays, I finally got we got together with the family, and we were able to play Point Salad finally. Uh,
Wow.
Hooray!
for the longest time. And what was really nice was my dad, who's not a gamer. Normally avoids, playing games. It's not his thing. But we played quite a few rounds of point
Point
salad,
salad.
and he's like really excited as he goes, "Oh, so I already have this set of cabbages, and if I have this, it's already with the onions." And so he really enjoyed himself.
That's
And
That was good.
that was a fun thing to see. And I was like, I had all these other games stacked up. I'm like, okay, I don't need to pull those out. That game is mine.
one
Let him
game
enjoy that
to
game.
rule them all.
One
It
game.
is really simple to set up. That's the
Onion.
beauty of point salad. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's
Point
the
salad.
stuff
Quick,
that I have.
quick rules too. Just two
Yeah,
rules,
yeah,
actually.
yeah. But they do need to play that first game to like understand what they're trying to do. Because even if you explain the rules, they're going like, "What's going
Huh?
on?"
So you mean I can use this for my other recipes? Yes.
Yeah,
I don't need a lot.
You need a carrot
you need the carrot,
and
the
lettuce and a
All
lechugas,
right.
and
arugula.
carrots.
Anything else you've been playing? Or you're gonna pass the ball?
Yeah, go ahead then, Mark.
Oh, me? Oh, all right, fine, sure. Surprisingly, my dad. Speaking of dads, my dad had fun playing Songbirds and Dragon Castle.
Oh, nice.
I think he likes
Dragon.
Songbirds because it's like Tong It. If you think about it, it's like
Mm.
you're keeping you're
Just
keeping
like
other
Red
cards
Seven,
for
like
the
what we
last
do.
one.
Diba?
Because Songbirds is you place down birds. I'm sorry, Javi, birds in a 5x5 grid.
Don't worry, man. I know how much you like birds.
And
We accept you then, Mark.
whoever has the most in that row or grid will score.
Whoever has the most
So
birds.
um noisiest
The
bird.
That's
The
it. That's
noisiest
the bottom line.
the
That's
most
number
number
on the grid.
number
Right.
because there are four birds numbered 1 to 7, and you lay them down in a 5x5 grid.
Every
Whoever has the
sentence
most.
after this is like just tempting the PG. The PG bar, man. It's just like,
So
can I
the
just scratch it just a little bit?
in order for you to score, you have to hold on to the last color, and you add it to the total of all the points that that color gathered.
You have to hold
That's your
on to the
final score.
color of what?
The of
The animal
Say it.
that flies,
the feathered animal.
Aviary.
the aviary,
He's really just dodging this. I'm not gonna let up.
and
Dinosaur
and
ancestor, whatever. I don't know.
surprisingly, Panam was one of the um, 2 weeks we played it, and now there's this competition going on. Who's the champion for the week?
Wow.
Wow.
Pan Am
Nice.
champion. Wow.
I was supposed to buy a world championship belt that spins. And it's like, if you win, you take it home. And then you bring it home next week. I take it, you bring it back next week, and we challenge you. So, Pan
You
Am
could buy
and
one of those
Splendor.
like those whenever for airplanes they always have that toy
Yeah.
plane.
Or you can just get a pilot's hat, and whoever wins
No.
has to wear it.
The belt is better because it's really obnoxious. It could be for other games. Like, you're the champ, you have the most first place for this week. So you bring it
Okay,
home, place it in your
but
car.
replace the spinner with like a micro game. And every time you spin it, it's like a copy of maybe Darna or something. Like
Up
Quotes and
next.
verses. Let's write. Let's place quotes and verses. Tin, 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 tin.
I would love that. Whenever you like go to a
Finish.
board game session, there's like
How do you
pyro
feel?
and an intro and like the
Right.
game you
We should
won last
when
time.
we can when we can go back to our game nights, we should do that to our Monday nights. Whoever has the most first place wins for that night takes home the belt.
But okay, my intro or my belt will be like the hardcore title if you've ever seen it. It's a smashed up belt that they put back together. So I wanted the bits of broken
They
games.
put it together, no?
So,
To
so that's
shade.
the one that Pan Am and Marvel Splendor were the ones that got played a lot with different visitors and family
yeah.
members.
The Marvel Splendor that thank you for the gift.
Well, I
Hey
forgot.
man, hey,
That
hey.
is so sweet of
I
you,
thought
Denmark.
you wanted fourth. That was mine.
Yeah, that's why. You can have Fort. I can have Splendor.
Splendor, Marvel.
You know what? I'll just take Court of the Dead just because the
No.
That's fine.
All right, moving on, Kyo. What have you been playing?
Me? Well, first of all, I kind of discovered a new book. It's a very woke book for kids.
Right.
So use your imagination.
Yeah, you blocked that, but not the bottom half. Great job.
I didn't see that. Sorry. But seriously, I've been playing also like Ron, not fishes though, but something similar. Actually, it's a clone of Slated
Fishes?
Fire on
Oh.
the cell phone. It's called
There is.
Pirates Outlaws, something like
Oh,
that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been playing Pirate Outlaws for quite a while already. It's a great game.
Alright. It's a good game. It's Slated
I
Fire.
love the art.
That's what it is. Diba? Exactly.
I
And
like
the
the
other
art.
game that Ron introduced me to, the what do you call that? The Age of Rivals.
Yeah.
I still wonder why there isn't no hard copy of that.
Rivals? What is this? What kind of game?
Oh, dude,
Uh,
you gotta try
It's
that.
like it's like a one-on-one seven wonders. You're drafting cards from a pool, but you're as you draft the cards, you are gaining mystics or you're gaining economy, and you're using that to attack your opponent. And has like if you have this many, you gain this bonuses or you gain this resources. You get discounts.
Wait, title again?
Age of Rivals.
And this
It
is
was
available
on
where?
sale. It's available on Steam and on most mobile platforms.
Right. Written down.
And the way it works, like KO, you can go with how the round. What's unique about it is how
Let's go ahead.
the 3 rounds. Well, so first round you draft from your deck, right? And the way it works is that you pick one from your deck, then you pass it to your opponent. Your opponent would also pick one from their deck, and then you get to pick a card from their deck, and you do that for first 2 rounds. The last round, though, is all from the cards that you have previously purchased.
Chosen. Yeah.
You're no longer dealing with what your opponent is doing. So the first 2 rounds, you're sort of blocking what they're getting. The last round is basically what you've accumulated, and you're continuously trying to defeat cities and defeat your opponent's units. It's on its own a drafting game, but it's really well done. And I again super surprised that there's no physical game for it.
Exactly. It's such a good game.
It doesn't even need to be converted. Like you really just print the cards.
Yeah, exactly. There should be a print and play for this, you know?
Hey,
Seriously.
wait, man, hold up. This comment needs to be responded to. Yes,
And
the world discovered Among Us and Animal Crossing, but more importantly, the world learned about the traitor mechanic.
Yes. I
And everyone
so
should.
agree.
It should be mandated by law.
I remember
Every other game should have
everything.
I remember Kyo told us before, download Among Us, let's play, and it's been sitting in my phone for like a year and a half or 2 years, and then all of a sudden, pandemic came in, and boom, Among Us, what? Like We've been playing this for so long. No one's playing this.
I was playing this. Now everyone was. It was voted one of the top games of this year, actually.
Yeah,
But it's an
wouldn't be
very
surprised.
old game.
Quality of it is pretty
Yeah,
They
wasn't it
canceled
made
version
like in
2, right?
2018 or something?
good. Mhm.
Yeah, a little
Yeah, I
later, yeah.
17 somewhere. Also, Fall Guys.
Fall
Oh,
Guys.
Oh, guys.
Although I don't see it as
Not
popular
anymore.
anymore. I think
Hey,
people
Ruben, good evening.
I
the
still want a Takeshi's Castle game. similar to
They're
that,
Fall
man. Seriously.
Guys.
Fall Guys,
Takeshi's
pretty
Castle,
close, pretty close.
that is Frantics.
Frantics.
Frantics
Oh,
too on
Frantics.
PS4. Ah, it's
Yeah.
so hilarious.
check it out.
should.
And finally got this game.
yeah.
Oh,
should
been
play
wanting to
that.
play that.
And there's a remote play online for this. They actually made a web application for everyone to play remotely. Not bad.
Oh,
Alright.
okay, so that means
try
that's an
that.
episode, right?
That's
That's
one
a
of
great
those
foresight.
episodes.
Aside from that.
Our episode, sure. Heck yeah, why not? You know?
Just
I'll
don't
order
look at
some
our
stuff.
crossroads. Just don't look at our crossroad cards.
No. You guys will be seeing it on your own screens.
Yeah, we're seeing
Oh,
it's
cool.
playing like those Kahoot type of games.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah.
you have a web you have a game code that you join,
Yeah.
and then on your phone you see all of the decisions that you need to
Yeah.
make.
Cool.
And
In this
Cool.
in this case, I will give you a link to join in the browser or in your cell phone, and from there, everything you gather, everything you've earned as for your character will be recorded in front of you. While you guys can see the videos that we have here, like this, and the board itself, because you really need the board. It's not a replacement for the game, but it's a
Right.
supplement thing. So they
Let's
have everything.
play.
We will. We
Let's
will.
go.
Open it now.
I'm just waiting for my ring light.
Hey Jake, happy New Year! I've been telling you guys to
Hey,
do
Jake.
game night.
Hey, Jake. Mga pogi. Pogi. Koya. Koya pogi. And basically that's it. Yeah, that's all I've been playing lately. I discovered how important it is to play and buy board games on Steam and then share it through remote play. So only one of you guys need a copy of it.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
important. Yeah.
That's good. All right,
Like
Javi.
actually, we
Your
we
turn.
recently tried to we played Clint's game, a prototype of
Yes,
Clint
Steve.
through,
Steve.
through tabletop simulator.
Tabletop simulator.
All right,
Yeah.
Javi, what
Yeah,
have you been
mine's pretty quick. I didn't get the game too much over the holidays. My usual Magic and maybe Monster Train, but I think the one board game that I was able to actually get out and run with my family was Jamaica, and
Hey.
they actually quite enjoyed it, so that's
That's a
good. I mean,
beautiful game.
that's a positive. Other
Yes.
than that, it's just been a lot of TV and a lot of movies and days gone. So
Where's your Nicolas Cage pillow? He's on right now on Netflix.
oh yeah, no, he's somewhere back there. Yeah, I know.
It's resting.
The cage got a show about the origin of swear words.
Really? I should.
It's
Let's
like
end this episode now.
I don't know. I think I've been watching too much Netflix that they have a direct line into my subconscious.
It's directly linked to your
It's like-
the algorithms. They directly link to your brain.
Yeah. This man has watched everything we've put out, and he has not hearted or thumbs up anything. Bring out the
Not
cage.
seen Nicolas Cage yet. Let's bring him out
All
with a
right.
beard.
Okay, so hello everybody, Jake, Lubin, Andy, and whoever else is watching who hasn't commented yet. And for tonight, we're gonna be
From
reminiscing.
and from YouTube? Welcome.
Yeah. Twitch.
We have Twitch. We're,
And to all of you that can foresee the future, that are thinking about this moment at some time in the past.
Right.
Hi. Yeah.
okay, I
Some
got
other
lost.
form of communication. By the time this episode reaches another planet.
That's all I can say. Gonna
Live
watching
No.
the recovery each week.
Sorry. Sultan. Sultan.
Sultan,
Sorry.
Sultan.
Sultan.
Hey, Star Trek Discovery final episode for this season is this week.
Oh,
If you
Yeah,
guys want that.
When you say
pretty-
final, that means it's done.
Oh no.
season ender.
Season finale. Yeah.
okay.
Sorry.
I
Okay.
have been watching Expanse.
It's awesome.
So we're gonna be talking about.
Anyway,
It's not gonna be the board game you think it's gonna be. It's gonna be the zombie side.
What's the topic again?
We're gonna be talking about the joys that we had this past 2020, especially on the VP vlog that we do every week. So, not only that, also whatever was memorable for you during 2020. So let me ask you guys, in order for us to begin, what was your most favorite episode that we've done last year? Memorable or whatever.
do you want to start so that
no,
I can?
I'll be last.
Okay.
Or I can
I'll
be
start.
somewhere in
I'll start.
between.
Being the new guy, I'll start.
Do
Okay,
you
go
want
ahead.
an answer or the real answer?
All right, go Kio.
Me first. First of all, the very first episode I came on here in VP this year. Thank you for inviting me. But that's not the best. The best would be that's not the best. That was a bunch of rantings from me. Anyways, I guess my favorite would be a tie between the Halloween episode and the Badass episode.
Oh,
Mm.
Oh
Cool.
man,
Wow.
So we
Cool,
did,
cool, cool.
we
the
did
laugh we had that day. Oh my goodness.
there was nothing happened that night except too much laughing.
And imagination. Don't forget about
Imagination. Your mama.
Remember, we strong together.
Hold my hand. Hold my
Keep
phantom limb.
strong together. Lizard man, bad. Well, at least for the episodes this year, those are two of my top ones.
The October episode was the one where we talked about the scary people that you play with.
Man,
Halloween
I
one was
wish
like
I
that.
was in that episode.
Oh, we
We-
kept on saying that.
We
in
were
the-
like delaying that topic for you.
Yeah.
Halloween comes
Yeah.
only once a year, so let's wait for next year. And then, oh man, the things we could say again.
We're
Did it
gonna bring up
come
the
out?
same article. So, but basically, for the ones who weren't able to see that episode,
What year
Um,
was that article, Ron?
2 years ago. 3
2014?
years ago now. Oh, what? That's so.
2014.
it was
Imagine
old.
that.
It was one of the few when Variable Play, the website, was started.
Can't do math. 7 years ago.
Quick back.
And just in case you guys don't know, we do have a website. It's called variableplay.com.
We have a website.
We have a
Oh,
website,
what?
and I am so lazy. All it does is automatically pull the Facebook content into it.
That's fine.
That's a-
man.
And
I don't think
matter
I
how
would
many
have done the
times-
same thing.
So,
no
but
matter-
anyway,
No matter how
many
many
years
times
ago,
you bring it up, yeah.
many years ago, before we did any sort of web episodes, we did articles. We really started as articles. We wrote articles, and one of the articles I wrote was like all of these sort of boogie gamers. That was the title.
Boogie
Um,
gamers.
Yeah, I one of the volunteers, Reg, who was our editor, was helping me out. You know, learning how to do writing, and it was basically a list of like scary people, gamers that you meet
Quote,
uh,
quote unquote.
during game night, and sort of just
But by
fun-
scary, do you mean abrasive, repulsive,
That's part of it.
That's
That's
one
only
of
one,
them.
that's only one category, Javi.
That's one of them.
creepy?
Sure,
Like,
exactly. So
I'll
they're
follow
all
you
there.
to the bathroom to make sure you're not cheating in the game.
It's
Yes.
more like if you can buy a board game, you can buy deodorant.
Or like what? Or someone that remembers every game they've
Excuse
won.
me.
Yeah. So those are all there. They fall into different sort of stereotypes, and it's just for a little bit of tongue in cheek. It's not definitive, but it was funny because we kept on making references like that. Where
Why did I miss this episode?
I know,
Because
right?
of your internet.
Your
The
internet.
fact that it always comes up each year, and everyone has different experiences and memories of previous recent years based on that list, it's hilarious. So I'll
So
never get
we
tired
can
of
check. We
this.
can check if there's a new form. Maybe we can even update that list. And then the badass episode. Basically, badass is it's a very rules light RPG made by Jay Anyong. We
There
did
were rules?
episode.
Yeah. Yes, there
There
were
were
rules.
rules.
I don't remember there were
Apparently
rules
there
in
were.
that.
It didn't feel like it had rules.
I just remember the split that Denmark did in midair. In slow
With the
motion.
with the third
The
leg.
turtle flip.
I just remember blowing up almost everything I touched.
Yes.
That was a good 2 episode RPG session.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
also
very
really
fun.
And I think it was brought out because you know pandemic, so we can't really game, and then that's one of the things that it's really quick. That's what's nice about sort of rules like RPG games. There's a lot of those. So aside, if you like Dungeons and Dragons, that's great. But if you also want to try out other systems, there are a lot. Some are even free. Some are even just like 1d6 in a page of rules.
Yeah.
We were looking at. We just never got around to do it. We were looking at Cthulhu Dark, for example, as a next possible game we could try
Mhm.
online. But yeah, that was a cool set of episodes.
yeah, and that's yeah. For me, those are the
So,
top one.
I
Go,
think
Javi.
that well, so badass was mentioned, so I'm not gonna repeat that. I really did enjoy. We did one episode recently where we kind of all talked about how we got into the hobby. Like we got a little bit more in depth to,
Mm.
you know, why we love this hobby, why we are board game advocates, and I think that was a good episode. I think
Mhm.
we ran the clock on that episode pretty
think
pretty
so.
high. But also, I don't wanna weigh them, but I'm just gonna just bring them all out. This is my cop out. The guest episodes. Having the guests, having different people kind of um, deal and tolerate us for 2 hours has been very interesting. Having Ruel, having Keo, having Clint. Then even in the badass episode, we had Justin. Where like
Right.
having other people come in.
Mikey was also
Yeah,
ano,
Mikey, and then even Raul joined us.
yes, and Jake. So
Yeah, Jake, that's right. So I don't wanna compare, but I just enjoy having a different perspective in these episodes sometimes,
right,
like,
right.
and just to see how much of us they can take before they want to get off the call.
And
Surprisingly, they could take 2 hours.
yeah, yeah. And I again because of technology and just sort of the ease of the workflow and how we're doing things, it's a lot easier to get collaborators to join in the fun or the chaos. But it was really nice to also sort of see that. Um, Part of that, I want to add on to that is that I also saw, and I'm also very grateful from 2020 that I saw a lot of new content creators that
Mhm.
are posting. We even featured, Jake Fernandez, who said hi a while ago. He has been way longer board gamer than us, all of us combined. So he's been here much longer, and so he's been, contributing and posting. And this year he did a top 100. He tabulated the top 100, and that was like a big rally to the December, and we were able to even invite him uh, on our show, and we got to run through the whole 100 and even check every every level is this better than this game.
Check or scrutinized.
I think it's really better than my game. So we had a lot of those. So that was fun. But aside from that, I also got to see a lot of video creators con- just unboxing games. Um, Quite a few new channels opened up and started doing some episodes. So those are pretty cool because that means that there are more people, sharing to their networks. Because I think there's a lot of noise in the internet, and our friends and the people that we know, those are the ones that are joining the show and are watching. I still remember Luvin counting for us, every single time that we have,
Hey,
right? So we
don't
have
stop
those
counting. Lupin.
that, and we're very grateful for that, but we also know that there are a lot of people out there that we don't reach.
Yeah.
And when more content creators, when you guys make new channels where we talk about games, that means that you're reaching a new network. It's a totally different market. It's a totally different group of people because you guys have a different set of friends. And while we interact in sort of the same common groups, personally, once you start creating your own channel, you're also reaching out new networks, and that's pretty cool because that means that more people will get to see and possibly get to try our hobby.
Board games.
So
Yeah.
that's my sort of highlight there, that I saw more content creators come up, and the ones who
Yeah.
are already been creating content, like Clint, for example, who's always guesting
Created
in our
more.
show. His channel has been consistently coming out with content, and
Yeah.
then also a lot of online game groups, not really game groups, but like sort of they talk about the games that they like. Those kind of flourished too this year. So like solo board gamers, of course, were like one of the shining groups because they even had a Christmas party that I was invited to guest speaker for, and
Solo board
I
game
I
group.
joined in and was like, "There's really a lot of you." Like,
Multi
wow,
jump simulator.
congratulations! There was a lot of
there,
them.
there were 50 solo gamers
Yes.
together.
That we're together.
No, and I understand, and that's exactly what they're saying. Hey, we can solo game together.
All right.
PG filter. PG filter.
My my memorable episode, well, at least episode of VP was the ones where we had the BGG awards where Javi had this
Oh yeah.
thing with birds.
We were talking about, I think, was it? It was Origin.
Where um,
Origin stuff.
Wingspan got best party game, best
Ah,
solo game,
trigger word.
Hello, game.
best co-op.
But we thought that it should have won. Yes,
That episode where you can see Javi's disdain for for birds, and immediately the week after were games that are popular but did not connect with us with Clint, where you can see. I love that episode because you can see the difference on our game
right.
tastes.
Yes.
I love this. You hate this. I don't like what you said.
Oh man.
What's
Oh yeah.
popular is not really what we want.
So to say the least.
So I remember there were like, of course, Century Spice, Splendor, Wingspan, Terraforming Mars. Those were the ones that were that were discussed. We're like, hey, this is good. At least people see that even though we always hang out together, play games together, we still love different games. We still
We're
prefer
very,
different
very
games.
different gamers. And I think Ruel even commented that, like, you guys are very diverse. Your
Have is
tastes
into.
are
Different
very, very
perspective.
different.
We're all
And
in different.
Makes for great vlogs.
and I mean,
And very colorful conversations.
You should.
uh,
We should actually run this and not cut after our show and then just do a behind the scenes of what
Yeah,
we're doing.
the after show is worth it.
And everybody
Although
will
there
really
ain't
know.
no PG filter.
Oh man, I actually
Yes.
see the notes that I had for that one episode where we the top 5 things we could do without. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was
We
funny.
wish companies could not do
Companies
this
would stop,
anymore.
right? Yeah.
We also had the stayability episode.
I like the one where like your favorite component, and you guys are all dissing me for
For
for being
cubes.
excited about cubes. Like I love cubes.
Cubes. It's not a board game if it doesn't have cubes. Like, what? Are you serious?
And the
That is
disdain
not
on
a
your
wizard. That
faces.
is a
It's like,
purple cube.
There, trends in board games that we feel we could do without. That
There
was
you
that one.
go. That was
Yes.
fun. That was.
that was a fun episode.
I
too.
also
So,
like it when
How
we
many
get to,
highlights are we doing, gentlemen?
no that was it. And then my next question would be, some of you have touched on it already, but favorite collabs last year.
Oh, well, already been mentioned. I'm good. I'll let anyone else take the reins on this one.
Well, definitely with Justin and Keo. I mean, Keo has been collaborating with us already for a long time. But
And me and
Justin-
Kay are still waiting for our sponsorship call from Eagle Cement. You know where to find us.
you know what? I drove to Tagaytay, and guess what's common
To the
there?
plant, yeah.
No, the Eagle Cement, the
It's like the
supplier.
the plant is there, exactly.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
it had a name for itself, man. It made it.
I
made
saw it, and my brain just went tissue paper.
Yeah, that's not. It's barely even variable play related, but it's just in the middle of the year, we got up and had my birthday party, and Eagle Cement came to be.
That's one of the highlights. The one. If Eagle Cement made tissue paper, that's it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
basically we were playing a game. Use your words, right?
Yeah, use your words. Yeah.
And one of the things that came up was like a brand for toilet paper.
Yeah, name
And
of
the
the worst
winning-
possible brand for toilet paper.
Yeah, and the winning one was of course Eagle Cement. It's like, oh, right. That would be horrendous as a toilet paper brand.
You were
It,
still
it will,
laughing
it will
about
be very sturdy though. Like it won't after.
that. Expiration date none.
Just add water. Anyway,
Here
my,
we go.
my favorite collab was, of course, with Ruel.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Ruel,
a
Of course,
great
of course.
episode.
that was one of our, I guess, better episodes last year.
And
We were-
one of
we were
the
big.
one of the best and well timed episode. Like we were actually on the clock on that one.
It's like,
Yes.
Ruel he came across our channel, I think, because of one of the forums, one of the board game forums where we share every time we start the vlog, I share it, and he kept on commenting there, and I got in touch with him, and he was like, we should do a collab. Yeah, sure. Then, guys, there's this guy from the US who's really who's really reviewing board games, who has a channel. You want to collab with him? Sure. All right. So,
I think that's without question.
and the funny thing was finding the right time, because we're on different sides of the world.
Yeah,
other
and
ends
it
of the
was
world.
funny
It was
'cause, like our math was off by 24 hours, 48
And
hours.
it was
Oh.
like, no, just go back half a day. Oh,
Wait,
okay.
it's like
So
let me
what
let me
happened was, it was 9:30. That's why we always, ever since that episode, we would always go live at around 9:30 or 10. And it was because of that episode, because it would be 7 a.m., 6:30, 7 a.m., 7:30 at their time.
Yeah.
And
So we
they
are able
watch
to reach
us
our
during
US
breakfast.
audience.
I remember my comment on that particular episode. Monopoly deal. There, I said it.
That was second chances, games that deserve second chances, or we gave second chances.
Right.
So
Right.
that was that episode. There you go.
And it
Collaboration.
was a nice episode. Also relates to a very important topic in the states right now, representation.
Oh
So
yeah, it was right
it
in the middle of the Black Lives Matter movement.
yes, and now even um, Filipinos and Latinos and all of the different ethnicities, uh, they're all now sort of bringing in their voice. And the point then that Ruel mentioned was it's a different effect if you're watching online, you're into this certain hobby, and you see somebody with the same face as you, right?
Mm-hmm.
That hey, they're like me, and so now you feel a little bit more welcome. It's easier for you to come into the hobby, you because you know sort of that it's a hobby that's welcoming um more people. And at that time there was a lot of like middle of the year, there was a lot of issues for certain events that had you know, not so good decisions on like how they do their lineups. So that was there, and a few months later we had that episode.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got to see like all of the other Filipino contributors and content creators online. Like, hey, oh, they're
Hey,
Filipino.
they're
Oh,
Filipino.
wow.
This
And we
year
thought
we'll
all the while was like,
Asian.
okay, we're
this
just
year, watch
yeah,
out. We're trying to get more Filipino content creators.
right.
Maybe collab with us.
And
All
again,
right.
different, Filipino American, the
Yeah.
culture there, the history, and the environment, of course, is very different than here in the Philippines. And because of that, again, the taste, the lingo, the environments very different. So you'll get a different perspective all the time. But we still have the same roots, still the same values. So that's cool. So it's this similar stories on like board game night, and it's about food and all of these and stuff. So that's still there.
Uh,
So it's
that
nice to be able to connect that way.
yes, you brought up the different points of view, and of course Jake, our collaboration with Jake and his top 100 just shows how different our Filipino tastes are.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to say that our tastes are really good.
Yeah,
Out of
our
Yeah.
taste
50,
in games are the best.
we're good. We're right
Yeah.
there.
Sweet, sweet
Right,
boy.
right. Jake shared a
Excuse
post.
me, sir, but I'd like to think that I know how to pick a game for me.
Yes, Jake shared a post, although it was like a 2018 or 2019 list of top 100, and you just sort of check which ones you have played. And he said he's like 160. So I tell you, this guy has been playing much longer than us. I
Everything.
did
Everything.
not reach the hundreds. I was 94. If I think yes, it's around 94. It's still a little bit above average. Um, but it's interesting because you're looking at that list and you're looking at the Philippine list, and it's like they're very different. They're very different. And that's a pretty interesting dynamic. That I guess because of like the culture and the history around a certain people, you would have different tastes. But we're not saying any of those games are not great. They're actually a very good list, and that was a nice thing to see. And of course, like what we envisioned, the very next day, selling this, selling that.
Looking for
looking for. It was like a stock market spike.
looking for viticulture. Looking
Exactly.
for
Yet,
And then someone's
parts.
always commenting every game post. But is this really better than?
go to my Instagram, you'll find out.
Why though?
So, 2020 was really fun, especially for us. We're doing. I had fun 2020 shooting our live streams with people, getting to know people even more, not just across the table, but also because when we're doing this, you're practically inside their homes, and there's something different about it that brings out
Practically,
in that
aren't you
person's
right?
personality, right? When they're at home. So I had fun learning more about who my friends are, how they are at home, how comfortable they are. I get to know people even more. So that's one of the highlights for 2020 for me. Also, the one that Ron said were a lot of new content creators popped up, and we're like, "Whoo,
Yeah.
more people!"
Hi
Exactly.
guys.
Yeah.
Hi
Actually,
guys.
Ron's point is kind of ties into something that I wanted to consider as a highlight as well. Um, the circumstances that everyone found themselves in really kept people at home, and
Right.
let's say it, we all got bored. But from that,
Hopefully, we entertained you.
yeah, but from that boredom, so much so much more content
Creative juice.
material. Yeah, so much more was
How
unlocked.
they're
I
moving.
mean, you have the exploration of digital games. You have
Yeah.
every possible IP you could think of that no one would have given a crap about getting
Fruit,
greenlit into shows.
fruit.
People started picking up books again. Okay,
Yes.
so there was. I mean, to curve the boredom came so much, and even if it's something as dumb as like Among Us that like caused
Ooh.
nations to rage and swear at each other. But
Hey, you had an excuse.
you're right.
Hey,
But
didn't one of the U.S. senators play Among Us as like part of like a way to teach kids about how to vote?
Politics.
So like, yeah, she AOC, if I'm not mistaken, she would join in and sort of tell the kids, hey, play game, and by the way, you guys should vote.
yeah,
And then
It's
they
as
interesting.
kicked her
simple as
out.
this.
I mean,
They both
um,
heard-
one of the things also that I remember that came out of all of this is just a lot of reaction, a lot of react channels. People wanted to share and reach out, which also kind of sprung up a lot more content creators for like reviews and how a let's plays, a lot of live broadcasts that if not everyone's really in the Twitch community, but like when I got into webcast magic, there's just so much content out there. It's unbelievable, and it like tripled because of
Right.
everyone being stuck at home. So
Yeah.
as much as I want to spin being stuck at home into a positive, like I think that was like that generated the most output.
Right. Right. Yep. Yep.
All
That's
right.
true. That
And
is so true.
honestly, I'm not even sure like when things go back to normal, the workflow here for creating content is so much simpler than what we used to try to do with the video and the noise cancellation and like figuring out the lights and all of the things we have to do
Dodging
whenever we do
dodging guards.
dodging guard.
But
Like it's
funny
not so
enough,
fun.
that is another point that this situation kind of made people realize that they can do so much like remotely. That the work from home, we can do episodes from each other's homes without having to be with each other in person.
Exactly.
There is that side, but we've also seen the other side of the coin that it's so hard to substitute actually sitting down and gaming with
Yes,
people.
human
So
component.
yeah, there's two sides of it that as much as we can just keep doing this moving forward, I still want to sit down and do an episode with you guys, man.
Yes.
Sure,
And
we've been
definitely
trying.
we would do that. And fortunately for us, we're near each other and we're familiar
We,
with our
we
with
could
the
have, but someone had to host a party.
right. I didn't host the party. I just did. I was just a guest.
That
I had
wasn't
to-
me. I was the one inviting. Who was it?
Hey, solo board gamers in the group. I mean, think about it. A year ago, we would be thinking, or some of us would be talking about, I would love to make a YouTube channel. People are earning in YouTube. People will be doing this and that. And then all of a sudden, in less than 3 months within this year, you'll see everybody streaming whatever is in their laptops on their cell phones.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Whatever
people
their
realize that
interest
it's
is.
that easy to go online and show people
Right.
that you want
Do
to
you,
be a
do you guys
streamer.
remember that
Streamer.
someone streamed himself doing nothing? I think for 3 or 4 solid hours,
Oh my god!
and he
And
and
he-
he, he, he got millions of views.
Yes.
Again, I
Yep.
take that. Oh my
It
god!
got to that point.
All right. So, going
Well,
back to the reason
Collaborations.
why we have our channel. Anyone else with different collaborations that?
Me.
Of course, we mentioned Justine and Jake and
Mikey,
Ruel.
Jake,
Anyone
Ruel.
else?
I think another highlight would be the introduction of our own resident DJ with his soundboard. Kale.
Yeah. that was a very difficult episode
That was
to finish.
so so in.
That was
So
a
TikTok.
power through episode.
You gotta get this over with.
Oh, we
I remember-
also had quit stalling.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, was it still?
Sorry to
was
cut
it-
you guys.
Was it in the year?
Yeah,
Was it?
yes. Or the interview that was like 13
Oh
weeks
yeah,
ago.
that was one of our was that one of our last times that we went to Honeycomb.
No, it was in our own homes.
You did? I don't remember.
Was that, are you sure that it was 2020?
Hang on.
Yes.
Is it with Nico?
It's with Miko.
Yeah. This is the one, Javi, where we reiterated the
Oh, our backgrounds.
the backgrounds.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was the
yeah.
hobby. Okay, yeah, that was a highlight, but that was a retake.
Yeah,
It was a retake. We did
that was.
because
You
they
did
lost.
it at Honeycomb. I wasn't there, and then we did it again.
Right. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Also,
this time around, we had better audio.
Memories.
we were part of one con this year, which was BGE Con.
Yeah, we did get to attend. The right before the lockdowns happened, and it was actually in hindsight that was really a good idea. I mean, but at that time we weren't really sure, and it was just right there, and we got to attend. And hang on, I think no, but the December before that, I I even got to run my Folded Wishes live,
Yeah.
the big version of Folded Wishes. So that was
Is that
it's
a
not
Kickstarter?
2020, but it was really close.
Yeah. Is that a Kickstarter, sir? Because I'll back that.
What?
But you have to fold everything yourself. It shows up in a crate.
All
No,
right.
The
I
Folded
remember-
Wishes, you have to play with 16 players.
16 players.
Yes.
Ooh, that's the length of one round, huh?
No, because it's you play as one team. There's four of you, and then you're the
Yeah,
units.
You are the game pieces. So
Yes.
the crate comes with bird costumes.
Well, I just gave them colored sashes.
Ashes.
yes.
There was
You
a
can
lot
wear-
that happened. We also had that interview with where we were with Philippine Tabletop, State of the Philippine Tabletop.
That's
With
Right.
2020. Wait, that was 2020.
yeah,
Oh,
I
we
thought,
were in the
wow.
magazine. We were in the Sunday magazine because of that
are you
interview.
sure you're looking at the right year?
Yes, it says here it was after our things we want to do for 2020 at Javi's home. It was right there.
Wow. I
Okay,
can't.
so
We shot the episode in my home in 2020.
Yes,
yes, because
January.
because the lockdown happened
Well,
March. So we still had January, February, and a little bit of March.
And then we
And
also
you
have to thank the cans because they taught us
right.
about online gaming experiments. And we also had Mikey. We had a lot
Mikey,
of friends.
Yeah, Mikey.
Mikey was our conscience in badass. But with his crazy ideas too, you wouldn't think that he was a co-creator of Pawikan.
Yes, it was. It wasn't that
Shout out,
right.
Mikey.
All
See you
right.
soon.
So
I
we
think
had
one
a
other
lot of
highlight that we may take for granted sometimes is that since we weren't able to really go with meet up with our usual game groups, that I got to teach and play board games with my nephew and my nephews and
Oh,
my family that I don't think I appreciated as much before, but now that these are the people I have access to for live gaming. So you're gonna sit
Human,
down and enjoy this.
human.
You're playing. You're playing.
Yeah, no, so
Mama, you
it's
gotta
it's
tell
a
the truth.
highlight for me because it was interaction. At least there was that. I mean, it did open them up to new experiences. Like, my godson plays Magic now, so yeah,
Good
check
job.
that box.
Good job. You have
Someone to share
created
your
a
box
new
with.
generation of gamers.
What?
Speaking
Oh,
about
plus.
gaming with your family, I finally taught them how to play the Saint War, where they have to use Alexa. Oh,
Alexa,
my dad
right?
enjoyed it so much that even though we were ready to eat dinner, he said, "No, no, no, wait! I want to find a killer before we eat." Alexa, 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 who's in the coffee shop? And Alexa turned off, and Alexa said, "I don't know." And I was like, "Hey," but the fact that your hands off and the game is right in front of you too, that's pretty cool. You know,
Yeah.
Nice.
the ease of play helps a lot of non-gamers.
Oh,
Diba?
last one. How can I forget? This was the year where I had Regine with me on an episode where we
Oh
made
yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah,
did an
I did.
episode. That's right.
where she
Where
hated most of
where
my
I
games.
almost ended up buying your board game collection.
Right, right. 2020 had a lot of highlights for us,
Yeah.
and going back to our main reason why we have variable play, maybe we could wrap up with this one. What was your favorite game for 2020?
Oh.
Let's go board games first before we go anywhere else,
Okay,
because we're gonna go digital and somewhere else. So,
board game, board game.
board game for 2020. What was your?
Okay.
Doesn't have to
I
be released in 2020, but
All right.
you love playing in 2020.
Mine definitely would be Watergate. So because well, for one, we were able to play it
Yeah.
digitally. I mean, like one on one, because it's easy as long as your opponent has a copy. And my wife, more often than not, beats me. So because it gives that opportunity, the framework is very straightforward, but there's a lot of deep strategy still. So really like Watergate. I think it's a 2020 game.
It is.
Um,
It's early
so
2020.
I
yeah,
don't
and
know if I
runner
have
up
the
would
timing
be
right for
Fort.
mine, but I have Crusaders. If I think the
Mm,
timing's right, I think that was in the start of the year.
yes.
I
So that
think
was one
so.
of that was one of my last purchases, along with Sons of Anarchy, that we did get to play at our usual Monday gaming group. So
Someone
that would
selling Sons of Anarchy, and I'm thinking of if should I.
It's good now.
Does it have the Mayans expansion?
Not yet. It's just, but come on, it's like out of print and no one has it. I'm like, I'm like, oh, gonna tip over the fence soon, but still no.
Tell you what, man. How about we trade?
for for what?
Orleans.
No. All right. Your turn, Keo.
Me, as I mentioned a while ago, the Saint Noir. You know, you can play
Right,
solo.
right.
You can play solo. Helped you with helped you speak properly English with Alexa. If you don't speak proper English,
Yeah,
she
you
won't
gotta.
understand you.
Yes.
Alexa,
Hello, Google. Hello,
Alexa,
Google.
Kwan,
Google.
Kwan.
Hey Google.
Google.
Hello,
Hey, Google.
You guys remember that video, right?
Alexa,
Hello,
Alexa,
The
Google.
grandma was
Alexa, Alexa, Alexa.
Alexa, Kwan. Kwan ba?
Ano? Ano?
gilagay mo man.
Again,
Ah.
I enjoy a mix of technology and cardboard. I would have enjoyed XCOM more this year, I wish, but since the Alexa board game came over to my house, and I was like, yeah, this is fun. To keep it short, I enjoyed um, high tech Cluedo.
High tech
Yes.
clue. Alexa,
Yeah.
right, Saint
Yeah,
Noir.
I like that. Yeah, Saint Noir.
For me, my game of the year will be Pan Am. I really enjoyed that game. Especially
Surprisingly.
when when I played with
I
you
was
guys, we
surprised
were
too.
like all looking at it like, this is an old game. Looks Euro. And then all of a sudden, everybody was serious.
Look, Euro.
It does. Ask Javi.
Yeah, no, dude. When you look at it, I mean, the way that the board is designed, it really leads you to believe that it's gonna be some kind of just pure economic game. But then all the plastic bits come out.
Then it's a merry trash. But
Like, wait, you can buy planes?
for a mass market game, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys can get a hold of Pan Am, it's really good.
It's like somebody decided to take pandemic and make it into an economic game.
With the ticket to ride mechanic.
It's I guess maybe because it's just a world map, but then it's just like you have two cards of the locations. Like that's pandemic.
Whatever you say, it's pandemic.
Yep.
Nope,
Agree,
nothing
agree.
can change my mind. But that was for me for my board game for my digital one. Thank you 2020 for Slay the Spire.
Yeah. good choice.
Ah.
I'm not gonna repeat it. So since Denmark already said Slay the Spire,
Eh.
which I still play till this day, mine is Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Oh, that was good too.
That is a great game.
What happened to
And
you?
we just came up with a special guest. So let me add him to the stream.
Oh, we have a guest.
Special
Yes.
guest.
One of us.
Hey,
Hey,
Clint.
Hey,
there
Clint.
you go. Let me guess. Sando Gaming.
Better than solo gaming, Sando gaming.
There you go. Hey, Clint. Woo. You're on mute.
You're on mute still.
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah.
You're wrapping up?
Oh, no.
so, yeah,
What can I contribute to the conversation?
Board game
No, so
hero.
Catching up
Hello,
with what are
everyone.
your highlights for 2020, especially for solo board game hero. Maybe you can also share with us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 2020 has been, we all know naman, no, na wala tayong opportunity masyado to meet the group. So, I think for sa tingin ko lang, based on my observation, and obvious naman, yung solo community nag-grow siya. Like, people are trying solo games because, of course, if you want the game, you want to see it set up on your table, but you have no one to play with, right? So you'll try to find solo variants, and during 2020, we got more members dun sa Solo Board Gamers Philippines na group. And there's a question there of why you're playing solo, no? And most of the reason there, pandemic. It's just one word, pandemic. So yeah, very simple. So I think it's one of the hindi naman advantage, no? It's one of the good thing na meron tayong mga solo rules or solo variants that, you know, board gamers that love the game, really, that's just the game itself, and the fact of the playing the game, mayroon silang way to play it even without people in the
Friend.
table. Yeah.
Yeah, and again,
Face
I
to face
mentioned
friend.
Yeah.
I mentioned it a while ago. That I got to attend the Christmas party for the solo board gamers.
Oh
And
yeah.
it was pretty much a convention, like a digital convention on its own. There was like 40, 50 people, I think,
Yeah.
in the list.
We got
Um,
50 to 60, I think.
oh, wow.
Yeah,
See,
me and
there you go.
Denmark
That
were
was
behind
almost,
Ron, so he
Happy
wasn't
and I
really
were there
solo.
too.
Yeah,
We were there
we
too.
were there distracting Ron, so he wasn't solo then.
Yeah.
He wasn't solo
Special
gaming.
guest.
there's no way for me to cover the mic because these two were just like mocking around in the background. Shut up! Shut up!
Special appearance by Javi.
Yeah.
Right, that's true. Like Javi's like, cool.
Are they
Any
solo?
special game that you liked 2020, Clint?
Um, During 2020, yung pinakamagandang game na nakuha ko is Bloodborne. It's a Kickstarter game
Oh, that was
from
recent. You
Full Minis
posted
or
it.
Not.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and what's memorable, not memorable, what made it special is we are the first ones to receive it internationally. So yung Asia, Indonesia,
Zakit NA.
Malaysian YouTubers, people, yeah, kami yung naging source of yung first
Did you
thoughts
do a
dun sa game.
review? Did you do a review?
No, just the usual useless unboxing videos. And also, I did,
Not
I did
useless.
a playthrough.
Not useless.
I did a playthrough though, and people liked it. Kasi ang ganda
Cool.
ng game. It's very tactical. It's like, I can say that it's one of the best games that came out from Simon recently. Kasi
Ooh.
sobra silang streamlined yung mga game nila na parang hindi siya satisfying to play na hindi ka nag-iisip. In Bloodborne, talagang tactical siya. You play the cards, tapos kailangan mo ano yung pattern ng kalaban. Basta maganda siya. And I think it's not yet released sa retail mga next year pa. But for me, it's my 2020 highlights. Next year, I mean this year pala, 2021. But for me, it's a highlight of my 2020 kasi maganda.
Nice.
Maraming nakasubaybay dun sa playthroughs ko nun eh. Mga during that time.
Hey, that's good. That's
Game.
good exposure for your channel.
Yeah. 1,000 views ata inabot nun.
Wow.
Cool.
Wow.
But I couldn't follow up eh. Couldn't find time to follow up a second video sana kaso we were too busy na personal stuff. So sayang din
Right.
yung hindi ko na follow up.
Hindi, kaya mo yan. Solo gamer ka. Kaya mo yan. No?
Yeah, naka-set up nga ngayon Fallout dito eh.
Fallout, solo play, Fallout. Wow.
Yeah.
RPG
Like the
talaga.
classic
RPG.
Fallout?
Adventure.
The Fallout
board game.
Adventure.
Fallout board game, yeah.
Board
With an expansion.
Wow.
Nice.
With
dude.
expansion.
So when are we gonna play again? Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I missed the last time you hung out and brought your games, man.
But the
Yes,
wrestling
I
game
know,
now.
We
right?
still have a rematch on that
my
WrestleMania.
board
Royal
game
Rumble.
I-
Royal Rumble.
Or is that
Royal
Royal Rumble game of Clint?
Yeah.
Senseless Royal
Rematch.
Rumble game that
Rematch.
makes it's
Hey, wait.
like,
Why do I call rematch? I won that one. You guys.
Yeah, you're the current champ.
I have the belt. I have
Current
Ten, ten, ten.
all right.
I have
So-
the belt.
I think to what are you guys looking forward to 2021? Whether I mean a little bit on gaming, of course. Also, obviously, that hopefully we're of course looking forward for this pandemic to be over. if it
Sure.
will happen in 2021.
Not yet.
Mm.
Maybe, I mean,
Hopefully.
if the player on pandemic draws that inoculation card and just drops the vaccines, that card in pandemic, and just
Hi. If
Engineered
real
for
life
that.
were just like board games.
right, you just need to play that
Well,
card. You just need to
Are
find it,
you
play it.
nuts? If life was a board game, that means you'd have to roll to get stuff done, which means I'd never get anything done.
Yes, yeah,
You
that would be
roll a
difficult.
one.
I need to pee. Roll. No!
Hold it
Fail.
in.
No,
Just
it will
wet
be a
yourself.
euro. It will be if I play it like if real life was my board game, then it'll be like a euro. Like, oh, you need to pee. You will. I need a few cubes first. Then okay, I can pee.
Cubes to go to the
Turning
bathroom.
it into a pick up and delivery game? That's just
Right.
gross, man.
Right, and there's a way to convert the pee into other cubes.
Can't do it. It's a pick up and delivery game. Run!
Pick
I,
up
I
and
would like to
delivery.
propose a new game called Human Waste.
No. All right. So thank you, everybody.
It's that bad.
I
Now,
know.
you know,
So
one of
what
the
are-
things that I
I
think
was
is
drinking, you guys.
Go ahead, Abby.
one of the things that I'd really be looking forward to is that we are getting, there was a point that games that they thought like a marketing tool would be to make it digital. That, oh, everyone's moving towards technology. Let's throw all these apps to support these games. I think that we're getting to that point that, okay, if we're not really going to be able to game with everyone, similar to solo board gaming, they're really going to have to start introducing like companions to go with certain games. Like there's going to have to be like an AI to play against, or even just like the game that Keo just mentioned or brought up a while ago, that they're finding a way for people to play together, even though only one of you owns a copy.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm
Right.
looking forward to. The innovation given the restrictions that we currently have.
Yep.
It's a challenge, and it would be. I'm excited to see what people will come up with.
I am looking forward to doing Imperium.
I'm looking forward to Lost Ruins of Arnak.
Hey, I have Ang coming, man.
Ooh.
I
I'm
can't believe I'm gonna have
also
to play Ang alone, solo.
Wala to solo yun.
they'll make
I'm
it the fifth
waiting
one.
for the big box descent.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that nice big chest.
Yeah.
Right?
Pangit ng art nun.
They're so humongous, that extraordinarily obnoxiously big box. Right?
What's Gloomhaven, right?
It's bigger.
Did they
It's
not
bigger than
upgrade
Gloom.
the art?
Gloomhaven's
For Descent?
rectangle. This is square.
The Descent? The Descent yung bago na ilalabas. I just don't like the art. It's like kindergarten drawing yung style nila.
Okay, I want to pull
Is
this
it?
up. To you. It's like, man,
Alright.
Blasphemy!
Love the. Are we back to that episode again? You're like Euro?
Blasphemy. While Javi's looking for that, I'm looking forward to more collabs and more crazy episodes with you guys, because I know it's not gonna stop.
Well, yeah,
Hey, we can hope.
I think this is something we definitely can continue, regardless whether pandemic's over. Definitely can easily, clock in episodes this way. Um, Something that I think worked quite well to just to stay connected and sort of still feel that we're still in this nice community, nice gaming community, and there's always this space for you for whatever game that you're interested in, role playing games, solo gaming, very heavy euros. There's always space, and there's always a game for you, and I think that one works. What do you guys think of the new Slay the Spire
Oh,
co-op game?
it's coming out on board game, but it's a co-op. Like what?
Uh, I'm
At least it had solo
wait and
play.
see.
Hey
But
KO,
then
this
again,
is the Descent you're talking about, Legends of the Dark.
The big blue one. The big
Yeah.
blue.
I can see why the art might look a little cartoonish, but it looks big enough to bury a body in, so it has to look.
How big is your head, kid? That's fine. Kid's head
Time
is
to bury the family cat. Bring out the box.
the box. Oh, I'm looking forward to meeting new people.
Right.
And that next game that'll bring people together. Um, Ironically, even though it's a lying game, Among Us did bring people together.
right?
And then tore them apart.
And then tore them apart. That's the fun of it.
No, see, this is just like Avalon. If you guys remember,
Yeah.
many years ago, this was super hot, and then there were
Brought
some
everyone together and then raised
offices,
trust issues.
Broke
game
everybody
groups in the
apart.
office, friends, barcadas who would play this game. They would play it 50 games in a row,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah,
would
yeah.
really break relationship. Like it would really dent. But the ones that did survive,
Are
they no longer
stronger
like
than
each
ever
other.
before.
They are
Not anymore.
Wait,
I played Resistance to the point that they meted the game. That imagine on round one that there is one spy and one who isn't, and there was a fail. No one ever does that.
Oh, round
They just
one?
they just wanted to mess the game up so bad every time that two people were immediately doubted. It's like they created a third spy. Like it's genius.
With testing, if you remember on the fifth round, like, oh, you guys remember the first round? These two other guys, right? They're like, these two guys or the other two guys? No, that was round two.
a
It's a
little,
valid strategy.
a little bird told me there might be a Among Us board game coming out soon.
Does it have a
I
traitor
didn't
mechanic?
see that.
Better.
It's co-op. It's co-op. It's pure co-op.
Yeah, no, there is a board game. I've seen the prototype.
Co-op.
So
Pure co-op. No, it's Euro co-op.
It's a friendly game.
Ah,
It's a
yeah.
Euro co-op.
it's a
Breaking my
negotiation
heart, Ron.
game.
With cubes. With
It's a
cubes.
negotiation game. It's
Cube.
not
There's
even.
a red cube, there's a yellow cube with a banana on it.
Euro economic game. Trading in the space.
Space drama,
Wait,
Euro economic
isn't it
space.
like that? You have tasks. You have to perform the tasks. Then you get points.
It's a
and
worker
score.
placement game.
Yeah, exactly. It's a worker placement.
So worker placement Among Us.
It's a worker placement dexterity game.
Oh my gosh.
Among Us.
And this is why we reach an hour and 2 hours of just talking. Because conversations just
Oh,
tend to
man.
go south.
Like I said, that one game this year, that new game that will bring everybody, gamers and non-gamers alike, to play together, I'd like to see that. I really like to see
Yeah.
that.
I think.
Well, it's probably
Very
going to be
good.
chess because of the Queen's Gambit.
Guess where Clint
You
came
know
from.
what? I am actually also very thankful for that show.
Yep.
Because it brought back. Oh, I mean, it's proper timing too, but chess is still a really good game. It's just very cutthroat because of all of the tournaments and all of the community around it. However, it also has gained a lot more technology around it, a lot more sort of community building around it. So people are no longer as snooty as before when it comes to. I was part of the chess team actually when I was younger. I did. I know, right? But I only
The World
got
of
in because
Warcraft thing.
I beat the coach. I actually never won against any of my peers. They were super good, like insanely good. and I don't know why I beat the coach. Maybe the coach just wanted me to win. That's
Oh, yeah.
why I got it.
Nagbigyan ka.
Right.
Kawawa
Oh,
naman to eh.
that doesn't
Okay.
count.
Unless you beat him with your left or your right fist.
Right. But
Anyways.
it's a very different culture now because of all of the online, and there's so much content that people can follow. So even just spectator watching chess and all of the strategy and the reaction and the discussions, that's pretty fun now to sort of be part of that too. So maybe it's quite daunting. Like everybody's now, oh, this formation has never been done before. What do you mean?
Oh,
Like,
I wish that they had that kind of color commentary. You know, like how the E games have those guys yelling all the time. Like, he moved the knight! He moved the knight!
Imagine you have that in chess, no?
they have somewhat like that already on the reviews. It's not on the real time because of, I don't know why they don't do the real. I haven't watched anything that's real time, but the ones for the reviews, yes, like they would go like, this is a crazy move, and all of the streaming ones, especially the speed chess, those are actually fun to watch. And then there's a chess version where it's four of you simultaneously fighting on the same board, and it looks like a cross. And it's funny because you look like you're attacking one guy, you're actually also defeating another person. Or they could be ganging up on you, and you're like trying to defend one person. The other guy's like, "Oh, now I'm eating
That
this."
sounds like a plot for an anime.
It's an actual.
Game of
And you
Thrones.
can find streams about it. You can find streams about it. It's
Cross
hilarious
chess.
because they would be like, "Oh, don't attack me first. I'm not gonna attack you, because this." Yeah, but I don't trust you, and then they start eating while
Diplomacy.
defending the. So it's funny and kind of Euroish because you get points for what you eat and like the stuff that you get. I don't get the rules for it.
Is there weight involved?
Wheat
Yeah.
and sheep
No,
and
just
trading. No,
sheep.
Yeah, then it's not a euro. Sorry.
it's not a euro. I agree with that. That is
Sheep for
true.
wood, yeah.
Let me correct that. It is just an economic game. There's no euro if there's no sheep.
What? All right.
Hey,
So,
Angel, happy New Year.
Yeah, great.
hey,
great.
Angel.
We're getting the hey, Happy New Year!
Hey, Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year!
So wait,
All right.
Clint, I want to just circle this back because you weren't here earlier. Going back to the year, so you have like your favorite game. Do you have any like new content creators or discoveries from the year that you want to share?
What do you mean?
I mean,
Content
like,
creator?
we were talking about like the different things that we found this year. So a lot of people putting out content more than ever since everyone's at home. So I mean, we all kind of had a round with it, but just in case, like, was there anything that, in case we missed anything, man, was there anything that you particularly just like found this year from being stuck at home?
There's this one person in Facebook, popular siya. Ninong Rai, you know Ninong Rai?
Yes.
That's the guy that I discovered. It's not board game related, but it's really a cool guy, and funny.
Baka
He
naman.
taught a lot of
Baka naman.
guys how to cook. I'm not kidding. My brother was like, "Oh, I know how to do this now. You cook now?" Yeah, I was watching Ninong Rai. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Ang galing.
Ang galing. Hey, yeah.
He's good. Yeah, I subscribe to his channel too as well. I enjoy his censored videos.
That's true. Like, yeah,
I mean,
of course.
just cooking chicken barbecue and you got a lot of bleeps all over.
Yeah.
Did you guys, super off topic, but did you guys wait for the premiere of Nigel Nunn's fried rice?
Oh
Uncle
yes,
Roger.
Uncle Roger.
Did you
Yeah.
watch that
I think I
during the
watched it.
premiere?
Oh
Yes.
man.
So that means
It's
we're
good.
all the whole world was
Wanted to see
online that
this
day.
genius make fried rice.
Yes.
Uncle Roja.
Uncle
Oh
Roger.
man. Have you
Feeling
seen
ko
his
nag-practice siya
Hey,
eh.
latest
yo.
video? The what do you call this?
Ay,
The
yo!
Ay, yeah.
Ay,
Uncle
yeah.
Roger's
yeah.
leg is up now.
What this latest video I watched? The one that the beef wrapped in MSG.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, you saw that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
From
Really, I
good.
want to
Guga.
try that out.
From
I really
Guga
want to
Food.
try it out. I'm
Yeah.
like,
He
MSG.
Guga.
beef.
I've been following Guga for quite some time now. I really am interested. Like, from what ethnicity are they from? Because
So, Denmark, this is
Yeah.
how you kill an hour.
yes.
First,
Start, it
Oh, by
starts
the
with
way,
a
yes.
question.
This is what happens, guys, when it's the show is over and we're just talking random stuff.
Yes,
We
that was a
could do
taste.
this for another
after
hour.
show.
or
That
so.
we could actually do offline.
Yes,
Yes, off air.
We know you are a parent. Okay.
Daddy duties.
Yes.
hi guys.
Hello,
I
guys.
should make a YouTube channel of that one. Me and my little boy, right there. He's right here, actually.
Guys, are just
Hey, happy New
joining
Year.
in.
Hey, Happy
Yes.
New Year.
Happy
See,
New
if we
Year.
already ended Denmark, even if we're just talking random banter, they wouldn't be able to greet us. Mark wouldn't.
yeah. Point.
No point of staying up late.
I
They'll
hey
greet us.
hey. I wasn't saying anything. I was letting you guys loose. It was like, all right.
Lose. Letting you guys lose.
So, first of the year, so might as well.
Oh yeah, this is the first show of
This
2021, right?
is well, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
make it special.
I have a question for Clint. Clint, throughout all of your international delivery boxes going to your home, which one?
How the hell do you start a question that way? It's like for all those delivery boxes
You know,
that are
with all
going
of
to
the
your home.
games you have coming in.
Yeah, with all of the delivery boxes I see in your Facebook coming to your front door, which one did you not expect to arrive?
Hey.
I already said it kanina yung Bloodborne because it's
Bloodborne.
expected nga next year. So sobrang early for us here sa
Too
Asia
early.
dumating.
Oh.
Because it came directly from China directly. Bago ko pa ma-receive yung tracking number, this is
It was
totoo
at
to.
home.
Bago ko ma-receive yung tracking number, nasa akin na yung box. So, ganun siya
Wow.
ka-unexpected. Sobrang surprise.
So you had no idea when you saw the box, like, what's this?
Yeah.
China, and then you're like, wait a minute, it's from where?
And it's 2
I
boxes.
had one of those too.
The other box is delayed. Like
The other
3
box?
days delayed.
What
So
they
yung other box
well, it's Simon, which means that it's a box of minis, basically.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Stop
So another
polluting.
surprise.
Stop polluting the earth.
See, if it's cubes, it's biodegradable because it's made out of wood.
Stop cutting trees.
That's the guy who buys
that-
board games. They're literally made of board.
Of cardboard
Well-
and paper.
Well,
Wait,
you
what
can
biodegradable?
recycle cardboard, but
Same thing.
Cubes?
That's right.
Hey man,
Cubes
they
are
are
made out of
almost done making that bacteria that eats plastic. They ain't made
Yeah,
no
that's true.
bacteria that eats cardboard.
because we are the bacteria.
Oh, termites.
Oh my god.
Terrible argument.
You see,
Termites.
you
Termites.
see
I-
how
I-
quickly we
I want to add to that random box. So because of all of the discount, you normally would get a message. Hey, you have this tracking number. You have a box coming, and there was
You'd be
one
like,
where it
"What?"
required me to pay for sort of an extra tax. I'm like, okay, oh maybe it's a Kickstarter. I don't know what this is.
I know this story.
So it's like I was super excited. I even made time and went to the office because it was being
I know
delivered
this story.
in the office. I was like, okay, this is super cool.
This is nice.
And
I like
then
this
I had the typical delivery. You have to wait downstairs. You can't wait up in the building because they can't go up anymore. So I had to coordinate with the delivery service. confirm with them with the printout that I paid for the extra fees. I got the box. It was pretty big, but it was very light. Pretty big. Like, what game is this? I don't normally buy big Kickstarter games. The ones I buy, like Mintworks and Mint Bid, whatever the new ones are. So I finally got to the office. I kind of waited a while, had my lunch first, had my meetings, and then I started opening it. And one sort of swipe through, just 2 millimeters of viewing
Your
space.
demo game? Or
Yes.
oh, yeah.
And I immediately recognized what it was. Of course, I couldn't not recognize it. It was my game. So my publisher, it, who I mean Floyd. I think it was. It's still 11. So Floyd, it's your birth. Happy birthday, Floyd. So Floyd is my U.S. publisher from B&B Games. And it turns out that I think one of his sort of sample orders many years back when we were still discussing the game somehow got booked this year. And the factory sent it to me in my office address. So I'm like, it was a weird experience and a weird feeling because I can't be sad because it's my game. But I am a little bit sad because it's my game.
It's not
It
anyone
wasn't.
else's game.
No,
You can
no, no,
you can send your new copy to Javi. Sign it, send it.
Yeah.
I know. I am gonna be doing that.
If it's got dents, that's
Dedicated to Rick Sanchez, please.
Okay, gotcha. We'll dedicate it to Rick.
He's
Sanchez.
just gonna bomb everything.
But Rick would probably have solved the coronavirus already. Did they make an episode for it? No, not
It
yet.
probably
Yeah.
turned everyone into a pickle in the process.
True.
He may
But we
be
wouldn't
even
be none the
responsible
wiser.
for it.
Yeah, he might be
Probably.
responsible for it.
He just burns that universe and then makes a new one.
He'll come up with a cure, but it'll Cronenberg everyone.
All right. Okay. So Ron has to wrap this up. I think.
Okay.
We
I
went
think we have
further
extended
anyway.
long enough. You guys get the point. But again, we are actually super thankful for everybody that has joined us. Again, I see people are online right now. I remember I even made an episode for just me sleeving cards, and people joined me. Javi,
Why
Kale
you
was there.
mentioned that?
That's not
The
people.
whole
That's just
time,
one
3
person.
hours.
God, an hour of
Hours
sleeves.
of
I didn't know you could
sleeving.
make a video out of that. What happened? And I actually enjoyed it.
3
This is why-
hours of sleeving.
Remember, Ron, when I told you in the comments, please flick the cards. Oh, nice.
ASMR. ASMR.
Crispy cards. Sleeving for an hour. And I'm like, I was on there. I was with
It
Ron.
wasn't an hour. It was 3 hours, Kale.
3 hours. 3 hours.
It was an hour and a half. We had to cut it because I had to pee. It was too long. It was already hurting.
I slept in between and I still went back.
I know.
Come to think of it, that is another thing that we did this year that I don't think we've ever done in previous years. Like, I did box openings,
Right.
so you did sleeves.
Denmark
We
did
did,
a
we did a playthrough of
Game.
the space food truck.
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
I
Denmark
did,
did
I
a-
think, 2 runs of Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
I also remember Denmark's unboxing of Court of the Dead. And it was a weird unboxing because he was unboxing and I was also in the same episode and I'm just making side comments. So it was a fun episode because I basically was just making fun of him,
Because it's
Right.
gonna
freaking
cost,
out on the game.
Fanboy.
it's gonna cost me a
So he's
lot.
fanboying, and I'm just, that's gonna be hard. You're gonna be painting too much. How much will that cost? Oh, you don't need to paint it. No, you gotta paint it. You gotta paint it. There's no way you can play that
No.
game without painted.
Well, we
After
actually
down the
played it
thing.
twice,
We did.
and you don't
And-
need to paint it.
No, you can't. It will add to the confusion of already a confusing game.
Yes.
Hey, it's not really confusing. It's
Yes,
just
it is.
It is not
I liked it.
confusing
I like that game.
as long
I
as
mean,
you do not tap
It is.
the table too
we
hard.
need a bigger table. It just tells you that we need a
no, but
very big
for
table.
one point of that is that it's steeped in lore, but it's lore that if you cannot relate to, will confuse you.
Yes.
That is true.
Well, I tried. Anyway.
All right. So again, thank you very much for joining us. We hope that 2021 will be much better than 2020. At least it has one more number up. Um,
It's a plus one.
it's a plus
It's a
one.
sequel to
Logic.
a terrible film franchise.
Yeah.
2020,
And,
the movie.
but make time to play games with family. Again, there are a lot of games still out there that we could play. Just look at the top 100 list that was combined for the Philippine list. Though there's a lot of those games that I haven't tried. I mean, I know how to play them. I'm familiar, but I haven't physically tried to play the game. And more often than not, you can also try out all of the solo gaming that's available. A lot of games now, because of the situation, they have created solo versions of it. And you can always look up Clint in social media, Board Game Hero, and he'll connect you to the solo board gamers for all of your solo board gaming needs. That's also one thing that there's a lot coming up next year. A lot of games are already oriented on solo gaming. That's good. But in the meantime, while things are still, locked down and new strains are coming up, and it's still a very difficult thing to meet
New
face
strains.
to
What is
face.
this? Plague Inc.
Yes,
2020 version 1.
Yeah.
2021.
So, uh, stay safe, but always make time to sort of recuperate, and you can do that by playing games, whether it's on your phone or um, playing games with family. Uh, be deliberate. Take breaks. This work from home setup is also um, going to be challenging for us physically, mentally, and emotionally if we just keep doing this all throughout. So I think having breaks like these, everyone here who's joining us, these are nice little pockets of laughter that I think improves the overall week. In fact, I think that's a big part of what got us through 2022. I
Yep.
mean, because of the things that we look forward to week after week.
12
So kind of
hour
like game night.
Game.
Now
I
we're
agree with
looking.
Ron. This got me through the year, along with the voices in my head.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of how the working world now works. It's all voices in your head. There's no even
Oh my
videos.
God,
So
fucking
it's
You're
really
not
just
spinning that, Ron. You are not spinning that into a positive.
I want to see
Let me
that
have
guy
my
again
dark
who
joke.
plays Monopoly with 8 players by himself. I want to see him again.
That's true.
Where is he? Where are
Wait,
you?
wait, wait. Isn't that Lubin? Was it Lubin?
Sime.
No, it wasn't
Sime.
Lubin.
Not Lubin.
It's
Was
It
Sime.
wasn't Lubin.
It's Sime.
It's him. It's him. Yeah. It's him. The 8-player Monopoly game.
So
That was
By
also epic.
himself.
Yeah, that was epic.
It's amazing how he bargains with himself.
to the test.
Player 7 was cheating. So there you go.
Except was cheating. Question was, man, who was the banker?
Player 9. Well, depends what kind of what they say. Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Apparently,
If it's
it's-
about board games,
Apparently, yeah.
if it's board games, I guess
Definitely
it,
good.
It helps. You can now play games. You can you can play board
I
games.
saw this post that was saying New Year's resolution: stay away from people who buy board games. But Where the people who buy stay away from
Wait, wasn't that Jake
myself?
who posted it or shared that post?
Yeah, I think you shared it.
No, I didn't share that.
No, I think have you? You
No,
shared
no, no. I saw that on my thread as well.
it?
Anyway, thank you everybody. Thank you for joining us for our wacky, crazy topic
Yep.
Year started.
generations.
Let's start 2021 with a bang.
With Gran Turismo.
Not literally.
We'll get institutionalized.
Literally. Literally.
So thank
Yeah.
you. We hope that you enjoyed this episode too. Play more old games. We hope to see
Play
you
more
soon.
bird games.
Play more.
Forgotten Waters.
I'll be busy.
All right. Bye bye everybody. What? Ducky, bye everybody. Thank you. we need to go. We need to
All right.
Para sa dyan, back na yan.
bye.
Bird, another bird. All right.